we can't just blame the internet, and we can't just blame social mobile 24/7 technology. Actually, the real reason why we struggle to choose a healthier path is because of something called competing commitments. The theory of competing commitments comes from Robert Keegan from Harvard University. And it's the idea that, yeah, we do have a commitment to have work-life balance. We do want to be healthy. And at the same time, I also have a competing commitment to manage the impressions of my colleagues at work. And think about how much that competing commitment takes over in your first few months on the job. And there's a genuine worry that if I don't do that, if I don't manage the impressions of my boss, of my colleagues, of my clients, well, someone else is going to do it and they're going to out-promote me. It's an arms race that we're in. But it's not just external pressure. The true competing commitments, they come from very deep inside us. And really, they form and they originate in our childhood, in the parts and the aspects of our experience that we have deliberately chosen to forget. There is a basic process that happens, and that is that usually in our formative years, our sense of safety, self-worth, belonging, and love will be compromised. It will be wounded by overwhelming, challenging, and difficult experiences. And our ego will step in that moment, and it will form a compensating strategy so we do not have to experience that ever again. What does that look like? It looks like the little girl who tries to get her father's attention at the end of a long day when he's watching TV, and he just dismisses her and he gives her that "not now" look. She's flooded with emotion. It's an existential event. Children don't have mature sense-making capacities. And so they learn in the most visceral way, the way to secure my father's love is to stay quiet and be a good girl. And as absurd as that sounds, that follows that girl all the way over decades until they're the chief people officer, in their inability to say no to the requests of the CEO, in their constant propensity to clean up someone else's mess. Because if they didn't do that, they wouldn't know who they were. And similarly, a boy could be doing the exact same thing. The simple act of trying to get their father's attention at the end of a long day, and they will turn around to them with that stern look, and they will say, "not now." And that boy will be flooded with emotion. And his compensating strategy will be to say, "I'm going to become a success. I'm going to be someone big. I'm going to make sure that I'm seen because I can't be seen in this moment." And that little boy, over decades, becomes the CEO who relentlessly drives himself and his team to go beyond their capacities all the time. So really, what I'm here to do today is to deliver an embarrassing public service reminder to HR Tech X, that we might present as adults who are absolutely commensurate in our professionalism, but we're actually a collection of younger parts who are running the show and driving us beyond our capabilities. And I can tell you, working with senior executives and senior teams, that coaching, transformational coaching, executive coaching, the best is essentially deep one-to-one therapy work, where the leader will actually reckon with these wounded parts that are running the show so they can actually lead from a generative place.